Students, I'm going to show you how to add transitions, add in a custom graphic, as well as change the size and add mini animations. So let's get started. So in the random footage, the things to play with, I have this fabulous cat clip and chicken clip. And so I think it's really fun to put them side by side. There's something called the Kuleshov effect when you juxtapose clips because we are thinking the cat's hungry. This is actually a picture or video clip of a cat looking at me. And then this is a clip of a chicken. So even though they're two different areas, we make an association between the two clips and add meaning. We can add nom 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 sounds, the brrr, so we can have a lot of fun with it. I've done this because I want to show you how to add video transitions. Sometimes they're a little cheesy, they're a little fun. We're just going to get started with it. So all I did was take the clips, I duplicated some of the clips, and I put them side by side. Okay, so there's different workspaces, and we saw that in the Essentials Graphics panel. But what we're going to do is we're going to go Window, Workspaces, and we are going to go, oopsies, Windows, Workspaces. We're going to go to the Effects panel. Okay, and then in the Effects panel, Premiere Pro isn't necessarily always a visual software. We're just going to have to go through menus, which is kind of annoying, but you'll get used to it. I'm going to drag this menu. There's more things in here. I'm going to create a little bit more space. If I drag down, create a little bit more space so I can see things pop down. And we are going to do some video transitions. Okay, so transitions means is between two clips. So there's a bunch of options in here. Our most common that we see is a dissolve, and the most common one is a cross dissolve. So what you do is you drag this effect onto the two clips together. And as you get over here, it should land on it. It looks like it landed on the clip. So let me just go back on to this edge, go Command Z, and hopefully that will go and connect to the two clips. All right, for whatever reason, it's going on the side. So if I play it, you'll see that the chicken is sort of fading in. So the cat is on top. We can actually go inside and customize this transition, and we should be able to see it in here. So here's a visual. So here's a cat clip. Here's them overlapping. Here we can actually go inside and customize it, where we can customize when we see what. Okay, so that now you could see that the cross dissolve is on the two edges of the clip instead of mostly on the chicken. So let's do it again, and I'll show you how to do that. So I have here, so not only are there menus over here, there's also a bunch of menus over here. Tons of stuff. So here's a source of the audio. Here's an audio mixer that we'll learn. We're going to be doing a lot of the effects control panel. And so here, if I put my playhead over here and I double click it and press cancel, then I can actually, I can manually do this here and move it around and adjust. Okay, so I'm going to put the playhead here above these two clips, and I could do a different one. I could try doing the dip to white and drag over here and see what happens. And I'll play it. Okay, it's a little distracting. I can actually go on top and I can shorten it. You can also, the little thing that comes up is actually, we can shorten it here on the timeline as well. We can come on here, select it, and shorten it here on the timeline as well. Okay, now it changed a little bit. So there's lots of ways to do basically the same thing. So dip to white, not my favorite. I think it's a little distracted. I'll get rid of that one. You click it and just press delete. Okay, so those are dissolves. My favorite that I use is just a cross dissolve. Let's say you're lazy and you don't want to go into these menus. All you do is you go up into this panel and type in cross, and it will pop up here. Make sure this is common. I do this all the time. If you have something typed in here, you want to make sure you delete it. Otherwise, you won't be able to find your other ones. Okay, video transitions. I really like the slides. So they're kind of fun. I'm going to drag a slide on there, the split. I'll drag the slide. Don't worry about what they look like. The push, You can see the little name is on there. The center split, let's see what they do. So now I'll just play it. I'll actually mute it so we don't hear it, because that's kind of annoying. So let's actually play and see what these transitions do. That's a split. That's the slide. That's the push. That's the center split. Okay? So some of them are kind of cheesy. They're a little goofy. They're not something you would use very often. Oh, that's kind of fun. But they're really neat transitions. Now watch this. I can actually add text. So not only can you do it on video clips, but if I go here and I type meow. Okay, so I have that on there. I can also do the push, add it to an edge. And so now if we see here, meow, oops, actually, let me move this to where it doesn't have a thing here. So if I go here, you'll see that the meow will come on, meow, okay? And that's just the push one. So you can do it to animate text, which is pretty fun. I will show you how to manually animate things, but that's pretty advanced. So that's good enough. You could try other ones. There's zooms in here. Iris is another. So we can try doing the iris round. We could drag that on an edge. And so now if I go here, you'll see that that is the iris round. If you double click it and go on it, you can actually customize where the iris starts. Oopsies. Oh, it wants to do the transition time, so I'll just press OK. But here you can actually change it where the starting point goes somewhere else. So let's say maybe we want it to go exactly on the face of the chicken, right? So we can do it to where now if we go, it closes, it opens up from the chicken face, okay? So that is something that you can do. So if you put your playhead above it, double click it, it wants to change, I'll press cancel. So here you can change where it starts. There's a lot of things. You could change the colors. There's a lot of stuff, but I think that's a good way just to get started. Command S. Okay, I'll get rid of the text there. So they could be on video clips. They could be on applied to text. There's also video effects where you can make things blurry. You can add noise and grain. What we're going to learn how to do is do the Ultra key. So that is something that we can do. So I have a green screen clip here. I'm going to put my playhead here. So this is under the video effect. I normally just never go in here. What I do is I know it's called Ultra. I just type in Ultra. I drag and drop the video effect on here and nothing happens. But what I'm going to do is remove the color. Okay, so here is the effects controls panel. There's a bunch of stuff and some of you already started to do this. So this is pretty cool. So what this does is you have your clip highlighted, you have your playhead above it. I could change the scale. I can animate that. I can change the rotation. I can change the position. Okay, so I'll go Command Z and I'll undo all that. You can change the keyframing. Or the opacity. You can keyframe these things, just like we did with the audio keyframing. You always need a maximum of 2 points. Now, we want to do the Ultra key because we want to remove the green. So the way to do that, it's called Key Color. I'm going to get the eyedropper. My computer. Oh, I have to change my settings. Oh my gosh. Okay. Bummer. Okay, now it's going to work. Oh, Command Z. Okay, so let me do that. I'm going to activate the dropper and click. There we go. Okay, so now I remove the background, and the way that I can tell is if I take my clip and I put it on V2, whoa, now you could see that I've removed the background. I will do that one more time. I'll do it on the Goofy Miss Argy one. So here's my Goofy clip. I select my clip. I have Ultra. Let's see, let me expand this by type Ultra, Ultra key, drag and drop. I'm in this clip. I go Ultra key. Here it is. Okay, the color's been moved. So I can technically drag this onto V3. And here's the beauty of the different tracks. So this needs to be cleaned up a little bit on the key, but that's fine. I just want to give you some of the basic intro. So the key is not totally clean. The lighting wasn't the best. What we would do is we would go into the matte cleanup, and whenever you see you hover over, this is basically the slider bar, you can play with getting a cleaner key. Okay, so what I do, this is just trial and error. You just kind of go on your clips, you find a part where you have your subject here, you click on it, highlight it, you go into the Ultra key, and you just go into the cleanup, and you can go here and see if it does it. So you want to do it without ruining your subject. It's just kind of trial and error. So now you can see here, there's the two of us in there. Oh, that one's slowed down. That is the magic of the green screen clip and the Ultra key. All right, so that was a little advanced, but the most important part is you know about transitions. And you know that, for example, what I could do is if I click the clip, I have my effects control panel open. If you miss it, you can find it here, or if you do the arrows, you can toggle and you can activate the panel that you want, effects control. So we'll click it and then it activates it over here. So here if I go scale, let's say I want to see a little bit more of that rainbow, or let's say you want to cut the clip and you want to zoom in on this part, but you want this to be the regular 100%. Okay, and then I have to readjust this clip a little bit. This is a 4K clip, so I actually have to make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so here's how you adjust. Okay, so now if I play it, boom, oh, seagull. Then it should cut back. So what I'll have to do is then also bring it back out and change the settings. So this is sometimes a little frustrating. I can also do it manually if I come here and I zoom out. And I'm at 25%. So if I click the clip, you can see that I can move it around and I can actually make it smaller manually. This is what I prefer to do for changing the size of things because I find it to be easier. Sometimes it's hard to activate. So have your playhead on the clip, have it selected. You want to be zoomed out where it's super teeny weeny. You double click. Now what I can do is I can make it smaller, move it. I can even hover over it, rotate it, make it go upside down. Okay? You can pull it off screen, have multiple clips side by side. There's so much that you could do with the software. So let me go Command Z because looking at it upside down will be hard to see. Now it's in the full window. All right, I think that's enough for this tutorial.